Hey, seventh graders, this is Mrs. Poncelet, and I want to talk you through how we are going to be writing the identity paragraph. Remember that our statement of inquiry is personal and community identities are developed through choices, imagination, and resilience. We've talked a lot about choices and resilience, and you've written paragraphs about that. Now we're working on identities, how they're developed, and especially community. So, our question that we're writing about is what are the factors that most influence your identity? You'll be writing a long paragraph to answer this question, and you'll be scored on two criteria. Criterion B is organization. So, you'll be scored on how well you use the structure of the paragraph, transitions, and how it's formatted on the page. Criterion D is using language. So that's grammar, vocabulary. And so I'm really going to look at capitalization because we've been looking at that, commas, and sentence structure. So in order to get going for this will be a self-paced part of the unit. So that means that you are going to need to gather your materials. Every day you're going to need your notebook. You are also going to need every day to be able to access Notability. You are going to need to have your charged iPad every day. And if you have earbuds or headphones, it's helpful to bring them. I do have some I can check out, but a lot of times people like to use their own. So, how this will run is in Canvas, I'll always have today's assigned work, and you'll be able to click on the writing portion. You see that there are a number of steps that you'll have to do, starting with this one, setting up for success. You need to do each step in order and especially look at those called must do. Everyone must do those. And I'll let you know what you should be doing to stay on pace. There are also some that are labeled should do. The first few of these can be quite short. So it looks like a lot of steps, but for example, writing a topic sentence won't take you very long. But there are some that are should do, like adding stories. So if you have that basic organization, then we'll really work on adding stories. And then try to stretch to those aspire to do. So if you're working ahead, I'm going to have you work on those aspire to do steps. Now, there are going to be checkpoints along the way. Like 1.2, after you do your brainstorming, you'll have to turn in an assignment. And you need to wait for me to check that before you can go on to the next step. And if you don't do it correctly or if you're missing some things, you might have to rewrite. So make sure that you're going through these at a pace that will work for you. And we also have a final deadline. Everybody will need to get to the end by November 22nd. So you want to make sure you have the must do's done and then your final draft to make sure you have a really good final draft by November 22nd. So now that you've completed this part, you can get going on 1.1 brainstorming. Thanks.